Now this back to wall press handstand drill is very, very good to go up into your handstand. Now there's a few prerequisites we need to have to use that drill, and it's also really challenging on the wrists. Now there is a way around that, and that's what I'm going to show you today. We're going to use an angled platform to make it much easier. And to do that, there's a big demand on the upper back and shoulders to take the weight of the body when my feet come off the floor. So building the strength and conditioning needed in that upper back area is really challenging. Now a great drill is the wall leans, to be able to come on and off the wall like this. And the cool thing with this drill is that you can make it much easier by going very, very close to the wall and limiting the range of motion. And then as you get stronger with it, you can move your hands further and further away from the wall, increasing the intensity. Then once we have that, we can build upon it with eccentrics, coming down either through straddle or through tuck, rolling down till we get onto our tiptoes, and we articulate the spine. So our butt comes off, our low back comes off, our mid back comes off, until our toes touch the floor. Then we have the concentric version, which is exactly the same thing, but going up and then lifting off at the top. Now the downside or the challenging bit with the eccentric and the concentric is most people will get stuck here and can't get off the floor, or when they're doing the eccentric, they'll come down to here and then they get stuck and fall on the last bit. Now we can use a lot of strength and pull ourselves up out of the position by taking the hands very far away from the wall and then basically coming into this position and then pushing up like that. Now the downside of that is it's very demanding strength wise, and it's also very hard on the wrists. So another way of making it easier without increasing this distance, if anything making this distance smaller, is to put something in the middle here that's at an angle, because we need the hip to go on top of the hands, and then the shoulders and the hips will counterbalance the legs coming up. Now the easiest way to do it is to use a gymnastic wedge like this, or if you had another way of angling the whole wall, or you had a big piece of wood that you could angle, that would work in the same way. But you can get away with something like this. So I like a smaller mat or piece of wood, and then I'm going to use a yoga block to create the angle. So I put the yoga block up against the wall, put the mat against the yoga block, and now I have an angle. It's actually quite nice. It's going to get a bit of a curve to it when I go up, because I can roll my spine through that. So now look at the distance my hand is away from the mat. It's not too far away. My head can go there, and then I can push up there. So I can go up very, very easily, and I'm not putting so much demand on the wrists. Now there is still some demand on the wrists, so be careful. If you're not conditioned to this, don't feel you're ready yet, increase your time under tension in your chest to wall handstand, do your heel pulls, your toe pulls, get your handstand nice and strong. Working things like tuck planche, planche leans, scap push-ups will all help to get you ready for this type of drill. Now, this is a fantastic drill, but with the press handstand and a lot of the calisthenic skills, there's not one drill that gives you the full package and takes you all the way to unlocking the skill. You still want to work things like straddle jumps, nice and slow to handstand, whether you use the wall or not. Eccentrics without the wall, or just kissing the wall very lightly as you come down. Partial range, and just conditioning that bottom position, and obviously working on the flexibility to allow you to get into these positions and just increase the weight into your upper back and shoulders and decrease the weight out of your feet. You'll find press handstand programs in my app. Link is down in the description. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll speak to you next time. Thanks guys.